Picture this. You have a massive project deliverable. You schedule it as a single 6-week task. Every Friday, you ask the owner for a status update, and every Friday you hear those two comforting words, on track. But when you finally ask for a demo at week 5, the illusion begins to crumble. All that exists is a database schema and a login screen. 20% done, reported as on track for 5 straight weeks. The owner wasn't stalling or deceiving you. They genuinely believed they were progressing. A massive task like build the reporting dashboard acts as a destination without a map. It offers no waypoints to distinguish the first mile from the 99th. This problem requires a translation layer between what a stakeholder receives and what a person actually does this week. The split framework provides that layer, turning a vague deliverable into mathematically trackable work packages. Breaking work down into these smaller packages provides the unit of truth necessary to test progress. It moves the status of the project from a feeling to a verifiable fact. The process begins with step 1, scope. Before you touch the schedule or begin breaking down tasks, you must define exactly what done means for the whole deliverable. Skipping this step ensures your breakdown inherits vague requirements. You cannot split a deliverable cleanly until its finish line is written down. Fuzzy scope produces fuzzy packages, no matter how small you cut them. Once the scope is locked, you move to step 2, partition. This is where you slice the deliverable along its natural seams, by component, function, or face. This diagram shows the shift. Instead of a single build the dashboard box, the work is split into functional pieces: data schema, API endpoints, chart components, and filter logic. Looking at the timeline, each dot represents one of these verified packages. These are categorized by the work itself, not by whoever is available. Splitting work into Raj's part or Mira's part is an assignment, not a decomposition, and it hides the actual components of the build. To maintain clarity, decomposition and assignment must remain two entirely separate decisions. Partitioning by work strips away assumptions. It exposes the true structural components required to reach the final product. To make those components trackable, we apply step 3, limit. This uses the 880 rule. No work package should represent less than 1 day or more than 2 weeks of effort. Packages under a day lead to micromanagement. Packages over 2 weeks create room to hide. Within that window, status updates provide meaningful data. Step 4 is ensuring these packages are independent and estimable. Every package requires exactly one owner and one discipline. Bundling back-end, front-end, and QA work into a single task destroys accountability. If a package needs 2 disciplines to complete, it is still too big. You must split it until one person can own the output from start to finish. Tracking that output requires a shift in how we measure progress. We must move away from percentages and adopt a binary status. A task is either done or it is not. Reporting 70% done on a 6-week task is a feeling, not a fact. Binary status exposes risk the same week it happens, providing the time needed to intervene. Forcing binary completion on strictly limited tasks prevents delays from staying hidden. If a 3-day package isn't done by Friday, the slip is immediately visible. The final move is step 5, trace. Decomposition is only finished when the packages are sequenced by their physical dependencies. Large monolithic tasks hide these links. You may not realize that chart components cannot start until the data schema is locked, until you are already weeks behind. Once the work is wired back together in the order it must happen, you can establish a bottom-up estimate. Estimating build the dashboard is a guess based on optimism. Estimating build the filter logic is grounded in the work, because the task is small enough to actually picture doing. This transforms the project milestone. Instead of a hopeful claim taken on trust, it becomes the sum of verified packages that have each been checked with evidence. Tracing creates a schedule built on verifiable truth. It eliminates the leap of faith often required in project management. Granular work breakdown transforms on track from a feeling into a fact. The schedule no longer relies on self-reported percentages, but on 3 to 5 day blocks that are either finished or they aren't. This system reduces the time to detect a project slip to less than 1 week. You catch a delay the moment it happens, rather than waiting for a month 5 demo to see the damage. Take your project deliverables and apply these 5 moves. Plug the resulting packages into your schedule today. You cannot schedule what you cannot see. By breaking work into units small enough to tell the truth, you ensure your project stays on track for real.